The first time someone tried to kill me, I didn't even notice. I was leaving my night shift at the diner when a man followed me into the alley. Quiet. Hands in his pockets. I thought he just wanted directions. Until his hand closed around my throat. Hard. I tried to scream. No sound came out. And then, I fell. Just dropped. Like someone had cut his strings. Blood spread across the pavement behind him. I stared in shock. And that was when I saw the man standing in the shadows. Holding a knife. Watching me. "You're safe now," he said softly. My knees gave out. Who are you?" He stepped closer. Dark eyes. Gentle voice. "My name is Noah," he whispered. "And someone has been hunting you." Police came. Ambulance. Questions. They said the man in the alley was wanted for assault. That I was lucky. Very lucky. But that night, I got my first message. From an unknown number. "You shouldn't walk alone at night." My heart stopped. Another message appeared. He was the third one. My hands started shaking. "Third what?" 3 dots blinked. "An third man who tried to hurt you." Cold ran through my veins. "Who are you?" The reply came slowly. "The only person who will ever protect you." I started seeing him everywhere after that. Cross the street. In reflections. Standing near my bus stop. Always far. Always watching. Never touching. When I tried to run, he was suddenly in front of me. Blocking the path. "Please don't be afraid," he whispered. "I don't hurt innocent people." My voice shook. "You killed that man." "Yes," he said calmly. "Because he put his hands on you." Fear twisted in my chest. "How do you know my name?" He smiled softly. "I've known it for months." Tears filled my eyes. "You're stalking me." "No," he corrected gently. "I'm guarding you." Something inside me screamed to run. But something darker felt safe. "Why me?" I whispered. He stepped closer. So close I could feel his breath. "Because," he said quietly, "you're the first thing in this world I don't want to destroy." The truth came with the name of my ex. 2 nights after the alley, I got another message. "Your ex-boyfriend hired them." My heart stopped. "What?" 3 dots blinked. "Daniel Foster paid 3 men to follow you. The one in the alley was the last." My hands shook so badly I almost dropped the phone. "You're lying." Second later. Photo appeared. A screenshot of messages. Daniel's name. Make it look like a robbery. "I don't want her to talk to the police about me." My throat closed. Daniel. The man who used to hit me. Who told me if he couldn't have me, no one would. "He wouldn't," I whispered. The reply came instantly. "He already did." I confronted Noah the next day. In the park. Broad daylight. People everywhere. He stood beside a tree like he had been waiting for me. "You killed them," I whispered. "Yes." "All 3. "Yes." My stomach twisted. "And how many before them?" He was quiet. Then softly. 17. Cold ran through me. "You're a serial killer." "Yes," he agreed calmly. "But not like the ones you see on the news." Fear and something darker tangled in my chest. "You let them get close to me." He nodded. I needed to know which ones were real threats. Tears streamed down my face. "You used me as bait." "I watched every second," he said gently. "You were never in danger." "That man almost killed me." His jaw tightened. "He touched your throat." Silence burned between us. Then he whispered, "No one touches what's mine and lives." My breath shattered. "Yours." "Yes." That night Daniel disappeared. Not arrested. Not reported missing. Just gone. The police questioned me. Neighbors. Coworkers. Nobody. No evidence. Only a final message on my phone. I fixed the problem. I threw up in the bathroom until my knees hurt. He was protecting me. By erasing people. And part of me felt relieved. I saw him again in the rain. Standing outside my apartment. No knife. No blood. Just a hoodie and wet hair. "I'm sorry I scared you," he said softly. You murdered my ex. He was going to kill you. You don't know that. He stepped closer, pulled a folded paper from his pocket. Contract. Daniel's signature. A list of payments. My name circled in red. My legs gave out. He caught me before I hit the ground. I promised I'd protect you, he whispered against my hair. Tears soaked his shirt. I don't want this, I sobbed. I know, he said quietly. But you need me. I pulled away shaking. Stay away from me. His eyes filled with something broken. I can't. The kiss happened by accident. A week later, another man followed me home from the subway. Not sent by Daniel. Just drunk. Angry. Hands grabbing my arm. I screamed. And Noah appeared. Out of nowhere. The man barely had time to look afraid before he fell. Blood on the sidewalk. Witnesses screaming. Sirens in the distance. Noah grabbed my wrist and pulled me into a doorway. Breathing hard. Hands shaking. You're bleeding, I whispered. Not mine, he said calmly. I stared at his face. At the blood on his jaw. At the man who had just killed again. For me. You didn't have to. Yes, he said softly. You're all I have left. Tears streamed down my face. I'm scared of you. I know. And I still. My voice broke. He froze. Feel safe when you're here. Silence exploded between us. Slowly, he leaned down. Careful. Asking without words. I didn't move. His lips touched mine. Warm. Trembling. Tasting like rain and blood. When we pulled apart, he whispered the words that changed everything. If you ever ask me to stop, I won't. The first woman I met looked exactly like me. Same dark hair. Same tired eyes. Same scar on her wrist. She stood in the kitchen of the house Noah brought me to. Hidden deep in the woods, far from roads and cameras. Who is she? I whispered. Noah froze. Then slowly. She was the first one. Cold crawled through my veins. First, what? The first woman I protected, he said quietly. The woman smiled at me. Broken. She didn't survive, she whispered. My heart stopped. She killed herself, Noah said softly. But before she did, she taught me how to listen to fear. The woman disappeared down the hallway. And I realized with horror, she didn't live there. She was in his memories. He told me everything that night. About the others. 9 women. All abused. All hunted. All scared. Men who followed them. Men who touched them. Men who broke them. Him. Watching. Waiting. Killing. Some of them thanked me, he whispered. Some ran away. Some called the police. My stomach twisted. And, how many did you kill before me? He hesitated. 32. My breath shattered. You're not protecting me. I am, he said gently. But I'm also becoming who I am because of you. Fear bloomed inside my chest. You enjoy this. Yes, he admitted quietly. But loving you makes it meaningful. The police came a week later. Not to my door. To the news. A reporter spoke about a serial killer targeting violent men. They called him the Guardian. 7 bodies. All men with records. All murdered the same way. Knife to the heart. A symbol carved into the skin. Small cross. My stomach turned. That's your mark. Yes, Noah said calmly. They'll start hunting me now. Fear crushed my lungs. Then let me go. No, he whispered. They'll use you to catch me. That night he moved me. To a deeper house. Hidden underground. No windows. Only cameras and locks. I'm not your prisoner, I said, shaking. No, he agreed. You're my sanctuary. The teaching began 3 days later. Not with blood. With fear. He took my hand and placed it on the handle of his knife. Hold it, he whispered. I don't want to hurt anyone. You won't, he said gently. I'll choose who deserves it. My whole body shook. I can't. Yes, he murmured. Because one day, I won't be fast enough. He showed me how to aim, where to strike, how to breathe, how to stand so your hands don't shake. I cried the entire time. He wiped my tears with his thumb. You're doing this to survive, he whispered. The man came that night. One of Daniel's old friends. Drunk, angry. He broke into the house. Knife in his hand. Calling my name. Froze. Couldn't move. Noah whispered from behind me. Now. The man lunged. I screamed. The knife slipped from my shaking hands. But Noah was faster. Blood sprayed the wall. The man fell. Silence. Collapse. Vomiting. Crying. Screaming that I wanted to go home. Noah held me on the floor. Rocking me. It's okay, he whispered. You didn't kill him. But I tried. Yes, he said softly. And that means you'll never be helpless again. Later that night I sat in the shower shaking. Water turning pink around my feet. Noah knelt outside the glass, watching me like he was afraid I would disappear. You're not afraid of me anymore, he whispered. I am, I said. But I'm more afraid of the world without you. Silence burned between us. You're changing me. Yes, he said gently. Into someone who can stay with me. Tears streamed down my face. And if I become like you, he smiled softly, then you'll finally understand how much I love you. The room was behind a steel door. Noah opened it slowly, like he was afraid of what I would see inside. Cold air spilled out. And then, photos. Hundreds of them. Walls covered from floor to ceiling. Men's faces. Some smiling. Some angry. Some young. Some old. Red X marks over most of them. Cities. Notes written in his handwriting. Touched her. Followed her home. Threatened to kill her. My knees gave out. These are all of them, he said quietly. The ones I stopped. I crawled along the wall reading. 32, 40, 50, too many. And I saw one without an X. A young man. Normal. No criminal record written beside his name. Just one word. Jealous. My heart started racing. Who is this? Noah went very still. He talked to you at the diner once, he said softly. Cold flooded my veins. He just asked for coffee. He wanted you. Fear exploded inside my chest. You didn't kill him, right? Noah didn't answer. Tears streamed down my face. You promised. You only kill bad men. His voice broke for the first time. I tried. The police came that night. Not knocking. Surrounding. Lights flashing through the trees. Helicopters above us. The Guardian. They shouted through megaphones. Come out with your hands up. Panic crushed my lungs. They found us. Noah pulled me into the underground hallway. They followed one of the bodies, he whispered. I'm sorry. Sirens screamed closer. He opened a hidden door. Inside, a man tied to a chair. Terrified. Young. Clean. Not violent. Not dangerous. My blood turned to ice. Who is he? A cop, Noah said quietly. Undercover. My breath shattered. You kidnapped a policeman. He was going to use you to catch me. The man shook violently, begging with his eyes. Noah placed a knife in my hand. My hand started shaking uncontrollably. No, I can't. You have to, he whispered. If he lives, they'll take you. Tears poured down my face. He didn't do anything. He came for you, Noah said softly. I'm doing this for us. The man cried behind the tape. I dropped the knife. Noah, please. Silence. Long. Heavy. And Noah sighed. Gently took the knife back. You're not ready yet, he whispered. And cut the man's throat. Blood sprayed my face. My scream tore out of me until my voice died. We ran. Through tunnels. Through forest. Shots behind us. Dogs barking. Rain cutting my skin. Noah dragged me into an old cabin by the river. Locked the door. Boarded the windows. Held me while I vomited and cried and begged him to let me go. I killed an innocent man for you, he whispered brokenly. I didn't ask you to. But I needed to prove something, he said. My heart shattered. Prove what? That even when I become a monster, you'll still be mine. Silence crushed us. You said you love me. I do, he whispered. And that's why I'll never let you leave. In the middle of the night, I woke up alone. The door was unlocked. My phone lay on the table. One message on the screen. Run. My breath stopped. He had left me free. Police sirens echoed far away. The river waited outside. Freedom, life, chance to survive. I stood there shaking, thinking about the blood, knife, the man who had died screaming for me, and the man who had killed the entire world to keep me safe. I took one step toward the door, then another, and stopped, because something inside me whispered a truth I was terrified to hear. If I left, he would kill again, for revenge, for grief, for me. Slowly, I locked the door from the inside, and sat on the floor to wait. The sirens came before the sunrise, not loud at first, far away, like the city itself was breathing in my direction. Red and blue lights cut through the cracks in the boarded windows. My heart began to pound so hard I thought I would pass out. They had found the cabin. I was alone, barefoot, covered in dried blood that was not mine. A voice echoed through a megaphone. Ma'am, come out slowly. We know you're inside. My hands started shaking. Noah, I whispered to the empty room. Another voice, deeper, closer. Step away from the door. Shots rang out in the forest. Dogs barking. Someone screaming. And then, the door behind me burst open. Noah stumbled inside, bleeding. A bullet through his shoulder. Blood soaking his hoodie. He collapsed against the wall, gasping. I'm sorry, he whispered. Tears exploded out of me. They're here. I know, he said weakly. He pressed a gun into my shaking hands. Cold. Heavy. What are you doing? They'll kill me, he whispered. They'll use you. Footsteps thundered outside. Last warning. I dropped to my knees beside him. I don't want to lose you. He touched my cheek gently, leaving blood on my skin. You already did, he whispered. I became something you can't love. Sirens screamed closer. The window shattered. Glass everywhere. Please, I sobbed. Tell me what to do. He looked at me with the softest smile I had ever seen. Choose yourself. And he closed his eyes and pushed the gun back into my hands. The door exploded inward. Men in black flooded the room. Guns raised. Drop the weapon. Noah opened his eyes and tried to stand. Blood pouring down his arm. No, he screamed. A sniper laser appeared on his chest. Red. Shaking. Step away from him, ma'am. My whole body moved before my mind did. I stepped in front of Noah, blocking him with my body, gun still in my hand. He saved my life, I screamed. He killed for you, a man shouted back. I know. Tears blurred my vision. But if you shoot him, you'll turn me into him. Silence hit the room. Noah whispered my name. I'm sorry I made you like me. Shots rang out outside. Someone screamed. Chaos everywhere. A man ran through the door behind the officers. Young. Fared. A civilian. Ranger. He slipped on the blood. Fell. His gun slid across the floor. Straight to my feet. Time froze. The officer turned. No. Noah saw it too. And whispered the words that ended my life forever. Now you know how it feels. The man reached for his gun. Without thinking. Pulled the trigger. Once. The sound shattered the world. The man fell. Blood spreading across the floor. Silence swallowed everything. I dropped the gun. Screamed. Threw up. Collapsed. Hands grabbed me. Dragged me away. Voices yelling. Noah screaming my name as they pinned him to the floor. Don't touch her. He fought like an animal. They beat him. Handcuffed him. Carried him past me. Eyes met. Blood. Tears. Broken smiles. I'm proud of you, he whispered. Then he was gone. They questioned me for hours. Weeks. They said I was a victim. They said it was self-defense. They said the man I killed was an accident. They never charged me. They put Noah on trial. 39 murders. Life without parole. The Guardian finally had a face. They asked me to testify against him. I refused. They asked me why. I told them the truth. Because if I hadn't met him, I would already be dead. Years later, I visit him once a month. Maximum security. Glass between us. Chains on his wrists. Scars on his face. He smiles every time he sees me. You're alive, he whispers like it's a miracle. So are you, I reply. We never touch. Never kiss. Never say we love each other. We don't have to. One day, I finally ask the question that has haunted me since the cabin. If I hadn't pulled the trigger, would you have let them kill you? He doesn't hesitate. Yes. And if I had run that night, I would have burned the world looking for you, he whispers. Tears fill my eyes. And now, he says softly, I'll spend my life protecting you from myself. When I leave the prison, people sometimes whisper. They say I was brainwashed, that I fell in love with a monster, that I became one too. Maybe they're right. Because when I wake up at night shaking, when I still smell blood in my dreams, I don't regret what I did. I regret only one thing, that I learned how it feels to kill for someone you love. And when I look at my hands now, I don't see a victim. I see the woman who was protected by a monster and became his mirror forever.